It's on now. It's on now. It's on now.
That's it. Oh no, you both got down on.
Yeah, the Sausage Boys!
We are back for
What
another
are
week.
you doing in my swamp?
Yeah! The Sausage Boys, man. What's up? What's up?
Are we gonna start the sound effects?
It's getting so confusing to listen to. What's up? We are the Sausage Boys. I am your host, Jackson. To my left. And to my right.
Shit.
So on this week, we've got
Questions?
we've got a soundboard. We've got two soundboards.
Yeah, boy! Actually, that was not a soundboard. That was live.
So I just got killed. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we get into it? Should we talk about?
Yeah.
Should we talk about that?
Oof, that's a hot take.
Should we talk about that?
About what?
About what we're talking about.
Oh
before.
yeah.
Oof.
Straight into the juiciness.
So before, Big showed us a video. How do I even? I don't know what to say right now. I don't know. Does someone else want to take the reins?
Yeah. How do we even start this?
Yeah, that's a man.
Basically, Big caught us. Big got us both in the act.
He catfished us.
Yeah, he catfished us. I wonder if that's like a new form of catfishing, when a girl lures you into a conversation
Yeah.
and then suddenly she says she's 15.
Oh man.
Is that what To Catch a Predator was about?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Or did the guys have to contact the girl first?
Let's just do it. We got to give context to this.
Yes. Let's go.
So Big essentially showed us this video, right,
on TikTok.
of this chick on TikTok, and I thought he was setting us up
Yeah.
because we're all very hetero here in the Sausage Boys.
Where are our boys?
So
We like girls. What of it?
Yeah.
so
You know what? I'm so hetero. I don't even touch girls because girls like dick, and that's gay.
So Big pretty much pulled this video up on TikTok, and I was like, it's a trap. He showed K-Dot. I was like, it's a trap, man. This is gonna be a dude. This is gonna be a dude.
This attractive young girl on screen, very suggestively showing, I guess, cleavage. And
The way she was moving.
yeah,
and
it's
everything.
kind of like dancing.
So I was like, this is a trap. Big is gonna try and make us think this is a dude, or it is a dude.
Yeah.
And I thought he was gonna catfish us like that, but what ends up happening is we play the video. It clearly wasn't a guy. It was clearly a
Yeah,
girl.
it looked.
right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, this is a really good job if it is a guy. I was
And
like,
what
wow, she looks beautiful.
What did you ask, Big?
I did. I asked, would you jack it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what was our answer?
our answer was,
Yep.
I don't have anything on the soundboard in time.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we'll both say, yeah.
She was pretty. Oh, I don't know.
Are we gonna
what
go
I'm
to jail
doing.
for this?
I don't know.
That's the scary thing. If we admit to, let's just say, yeah. So he's like, hey, look at this girl. What do you think? We're like, oh, wow, interesting. Yeah, she looks very attractive.
So Big pulled it up and he said, "Do you think the average man would find this attractive?"
Yeah.
Mm.
And we all find her very attractive.
All found her very attractive.
And
Yeah.
then Big hit us with,
She's 15.
Yeah.
"Yuck."
Bro.
That's
I mean,
not
but
on.
the thing is, like, TikTok is literally full of them. You know what I mean? Like, TikTok is just 50-year-old girl trying to look sexy. And the thing is, they get rewarded for that. You know,
Yes.
they get more followers, they get more likes, they get more views, and it's kind of like a reward system. They do those things and they get rewarded. You know what I mean? And they keep going in.
That's what I was saying. Like TikTok is kind of like Instagram, like being an Instagram model for girls under 18.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels terrible though.
Yeah.
It feels terrible.
Mm.
Like, and here's the thing, like I just said to Big before, like, if you were to find that attractive, and then it's like, oh yeah, that person's like 20 years old, or they're 21 years old, they're 22 years old, and it's like all fine, and then it's like, oh, that person's actually 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's fine if she's.
But wait. I think let's give people more console. So she was, obviously dancing seductively. She was not trying to do a cute little dance at all. She was.
She's trying to show off. She's trying to kind of be
She-
like, hey, look at me.
Yeah.
And in all of her photos, she's got her cleavage out. In all of her photos, even like you showed one, she's like pulling down her pants.
Yeah.
Like she's kind of trying to expose herself.
Yeah.
Nothing different to kind of like any Instagram model or, I guess any like fitness model or you'd see on Instagram.
The difference is that, like, this person was 15.
Yes.
I feel like her parents maybe should be like, yo.
I don't think her parents know.
I feel like for 15-year-olds, your parents wouldn't really know what's going on. They'll be like, oh, she's just using this app. They wouldn't necessarily know if she's famous or not. And again, because really not many people over 25 are on TikTok. It's not like
and
parents
even-
of a
yeah.
friend are going to be like, I saw your daughter on this app. It's different if it was Facebook and she was acting like this and everyone's kind of on the app. But TikTok's very much for people under 18.
I think if somehow her parents find out, they would be furious. They would be furious. You know what I mean?
Unless it is not involved in her life. Because the thing is, the scary thing is there's so many girls like this. This isn't the only girl on TikTok out there
But
exposing herself
She
to
seems
pedophiles.
she seems to have a nice home. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So-
But again, you can have a very nice home and not have parents actively involved in your life.
What are you, Bruce Wayne?
Can that be monetized? Like, do you think she could make money from TikTok?
Yeah.
Everyone's making money. I think most of the young kids are like multimillionaires.
Yeah.
So this
Just from
This-
being hot young kids.
exactly,
Hot
and if she's
children.
making money, it's like this is what people want to see. Like she knows that.
yeah.
I'm a hot child.
But
It's
then
kind of
TikTok
like
is
the
facilitating
breastfeeding- It's the
this.
breastfeeding videos as well. Like all the kind of naturopath mothers out there having videos on YouTube of breastfeeding their kids.
Okay.
And it's got millions of views.
They know what gets views.
They know what's going on, and the videos are monetized, and they've got ads before it.
Or the
So they're
family,
making money off this.
the videos, and it's like family videos. Like the parents will be recording their kids and like
Bath time.
making food
Yeah.
and whatever, and then
The
and then
bath
it's
time videos have like
millions
millions and
of
millions of
views,
views.
yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I know this lady, right? She worked in a restaurant. She's like the owner of the restaurant, and she was telling me, "Oh, I'm trying to get my kids to do YouTube. I'm trying to teach them how to make money." I'm like, "Bro, your kids are like what, 12? Fuck,
She's
man."
like, okay, Sophia, a little bit more cleavage, thank you.
Yeah, just like
But that's the thing. If you are like a young kid on TikTok, there's an avenue to make a whole bunch of money.
Yeah.
Like if I was a young, attractive 14-year-old, and let's say there's this girl that I follow on TikTok, and she's just made $2 million.
You
from
go, I could do
sponsors.
that.
I could do that. I'm more attractive than her. All I have to do is be slightly suggestive.
But then what's the problem here, you know? Because there's a few things happening at once. It's kind of like, well, I guess what's really disturbing about it is kind of the way that was all set up and everything being like, oh, like, do you think this is
attractive.
yeah, do you think this is
Yeah.
attractive?
Yeah.
And it's like, yes. And then it's like, wow. that.
So she's 15, and
But maybe, like,
it
and
made
this
it
is-
way more attractive.
This is like the crystal.
That's the thing.
That's like the Crystalia thing. Like he.
I ran off to the bathroom with Big's phone, and he's like, "Come back, hey, don't be too long in there. Don't get any on it, okay?" Yeah.
It's like
Okay, thank you.
the Crystalia thing. Like this guy just. These are the kinds of chicks that he likes. Like he likes young chicks that are attractive. That's Crystalia's thing. And then he never smashed a
Young
chick.
kids are attractive. I think that's what every man's thing is as well.
You
I
think?
think the average man is into a young woman that's attractive.
But then development, like the way they've developed.
Yes, they like a girl to look like she's developed. And that girl that Big showed looked like she had fully developed.
She did not look
She didn't look 15. She didn't have kind of features of a 15-year-old. She had the features of like a fully grown woman.
She looks like a 25 years old.
Yes, like a girl in her prime. And that's the thing we were saying. Like people mature at different rates.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if bunch of girls were like, "Hey, check out this guy," and it's this Italian guy with a full hirsute beard, wearing a suit, hair slicked back, muscular, and he's kind of, I guess, unbuttoning his top, showing his abs, and like, "Hello, ladies."
Yeah.
And then the girl's like, "He's 15."
Right.
Is that as creepy?
But you know what?
No.
That's actually
it's
like
not as creepy.
it's actually
I don't know why.
They're liking it because he looks like a grown man. I don't think there's many 25-year-old girls that would sit together and be like, "Oh, that's an attractive 15-year-old boy," like an average-looking 15-year-old boy who has kind of very small features, baby face, not really any facial hair.
Yeah.
They're not into that.
And you
I
know
see
what?
what you're saying. You're attracted to the fact that they look like they're developed.
Yes.
But then what are you saying? Like age is just a number?
Well, yeah, they do call me R. Kelly of Sydney. And age is just a number, time's just a...
And peach is water.
It's natural, baby.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a new series on Netflix called Emily in Paris. So there's this chick, right? She is an American. She goes to Paris. She works for like fashion designer thing. She has a friend, right? And then her friend got a boyfriend. She kissed her friend's boyfriend, and then she went to her home because her friend said, "I wanted to introduce you to my brother." So she went there late night. She drank some wine. Her brother came out, touching her boobs and stuff. They start doing it. Next morning, she found out that she was 17. That he was 17, actually.
Oh, the guy. So she's an old girl.
Yeah, she's an old girl. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like 21, 22 something.
Oh,
And
gosh.
he was like 17. And the whole movie play out like just fun and game. And everybody was laughing, you know what I mean? When she was embarrassed. I'm like, bro, if it was
was
switched,
17,
yeah,
yeah.
if it was switched around, people would raise some red flags around
Because I
you.
feel like you never really see like a 17-year-old guy as the victim in that instance.
Yeah, true. I
No,
mean,
because that's probably
17-year-old
what the-
girl is like. And that's the thing, the guy probably wants it. That's
But
his
then,
dream.
but then we could even say like potentially like there could be a girl that even wants it.
yeah,
But then-
actually, man,
Yeah.
like when I was in high school, I dated a chick in college. She was 4 years older than me. I was in like 11th grade, and she was in like second
so
year.
you're under 18.
Yeah, I was on 18, and she was like full on.
Did you feel you were taken advantage of in that instance?
On some occasion. I mean, no.
Yeah.
I was having, and she was like when I lost my virginity as well. Yeah, she was suggesting it.
She was
She was
in
injecting
jail
it.
afterwards. How old was she?
She was I was 16 and she was 20.
Gosh. That doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad
But
at all.
she's probably is she a bit of a creep?
But
But you
she is
probably
a
were
creep.
kind of like mature.
Looking
or-
back on it, you like that's kind of creepy.
I didn't know that she was a creep until I broke up with her, and she stalked me for like whole 2.5 years after that. Like every girl that I go out with, like she went to her their DMs and talk shit, stuff like that, like threats. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
It's like
So she did
Yeah.
have some issues.
yeah.
I feel like a
She's
girl.
like, that's my boy.
That's my child here kissing. Bring him back
I
here.
breastfeeded him.
Gosh, she did make you call her mummy and stuff like that.
Imagine
That
if you
was
started
bit
dating a
strange.
grandma and that chick just got so enraged because she couldn't compete with the age.
Just going to tanning booths, trying to really age herself quickly.
Just smokes 2 packets of cigarettes.
Starts
a day.
getting like buys a whole bunch of Werthers to keep in her pockets.
Starts doing
Yeah.
crosswords. Yelling at people
Yeah.
get off her lawn.
Starts being like really racist and ignorant to the times. What do you mean? There's more than 2 genders?
But what
Do
does
you
this?
like me?
What does this mean? But what does this mean? Like I really want to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. So getting to the bottom of it, TikTok has a market, I guess, mostly of
Teens.
Teens. And the thing
Literally.
is, teens are the majority, I feel, who watch the videos as well. I feel with that girl, the majority of her viewers are girls her age. But then there's a solid percentage who are just creepy men.
Think about someone having like their like they've got TikTok TikTok up on their phone, right? And then they close TikTok and they open Pornhub and they go to the teen category. You what? Yeah, think about like the reality of that happening though. That's just like, it's probable. You know what I mean? Like you.
Okay, so I just put up the stats for all the users age on TikTok. So 41% of TikTok users are between age 16 to 24.
21%.
41.
41%.
Yeah. They didn't say anything about younger than 16, but I think that they play a huge part as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So what? The rest are under 16, is it?
They didn't say in here.
Oh, right.
They say 66% users are under the age of 30.
Oh.
And the TikTok users are 55% male and 44% female.
Whoa.
That's where it may even be a little bit
Actually-
more skewed than we think. There's probably, imagine like if you look at the percentage of that 15-year-old girl,
Yeah.
and then you find out 70% of her viewers are like men over 20.
Actually, this is
That could be a real issue. But that says a lot about society. But it's like even with like the To Catch a Predator thing, it was so fascinating how many people were caught.
You know what? Actually, look. Okay, so they say 49% of teenagers claim to use the platform, and a recent report said that children from 4 to 15 years old spend the most time on TikTok.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's mainly for younger kids. I feel there's a solid amount of like children that engage with that platform that's made for children.
God,
But still, the fact that they do have an audience that's older.
huge audience.
I guess
Yeah.
one thing they were saying is like so there's like the maturity in their body, but the problem is
Yeah.
literally that they've been on this earth for 15 years.
Yes.
And it's like just kind of like almost a mismatch. And I guess this is why I'm mad at the parents, because it's like having a body like that does come with some repercussions, which is like a lot of attention.
That sounds like an R&B song. Having a body like that gonna come with some repercussions, like an Akon song.
Comes with a lot of repercussions.
Comes with a lot.
I gotta be clapping them
body like
underage
that.
cheeks.
It comes
I gotta
with
be
a lot of repercussions.
I gotta be clapping them underage cheeks. I gotta be clapping them real discreet.
Found out she was 15. It didn't really matter.
But this is why I'm angry at the parents,
Got a
because
little confused when I was dating on her mother.
but I don't really love the mother. All
Do
I
you
want-
have anyone a little younger? Yeah. How about 15? Yeah. How about 14? Okay. 13 too young? What about 12? I said that's just right.
I said, you don't wanna know. You don't
wanna
wanna
know
know.
You don't want to
Wanna
know.
And now you're going back to the big house.
How young ago? How young ago? They call me Moses. Yeah, my wife was 11 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, well, man, we're starting off strong. TikTok, huh?
What
Fuck.
about Moses? He had his wife was 11, and I think Muhammad as well. They all had these like 11-year-old.
But
girlfriends.
yeah, I think, but back then in
It
the
was a
days,
different time,
yeah,
man.
you would only live to like 40. So like when you hit 20, it's like midlife,
True,
you know.
it is.
Back then you would live like
No,
30s.
but I
That's a
think-
really
I
good
think,
point,
like,
actually. Yeah.
no, Moses
you're
was
about to
100.
die, so you better get the fuck
Yeah.
in.
No, Moses was 80 years old.
Who?
I think
What?
Moses was like in his 80s,
What? No.
late 80s, 100%.
I think that's how we think of now. But like back then, you know, I think if you
No,
you
no,
pull
it's
up the
I think I'm pretty sure in the Bible, like he's an old man.
Man, Bible's full of shit.
I know.
Anyway. Are we taking stats from the Bible?
What are you? Imagine if
What are
you
you?
got caught with an 11-year-old. You're like, how old are you? And like 80. I'm 80. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Martha, is this you?
Moses.
Moses. What?
So-
What'd I do this time? Come on.
Come on.
I'm old. What do I know?
Uh,
That was a good excuse for Moses, pretending he was old and senile and didn't know what was going on. But in reality, he was a 45-year-old predator looking
just
for
love
this 11-year-old.
Bro, it's not even okay. So life expectancy, right? It's not even like too long ago. The average lifespan expected at the 1900 was 31. It's not even that
gosh.
long ago.
Wow.
31, but that's the
Yeah.
average. I guess maybe there's a lot of people dying in war in the 1900s.
Oh no, I think there's certain the statistics are skewed because I feel the amount of people that died at birth. I
Yeah.
think like every second child died.
True.
And when you have stats like that, where it's like the average age of life for like from the age of 0 to 15 is 3.
Yeah,
And
okay. I
And
see
then
what you're
suddenly
saying.
it brings those numbers all the way down. But I feel like there's still a Moses out there, this creepy 80-year-old.
Yeah, what would be better to
playing
look
around
at?
with women.
Maybe is mortality rate.
Mortality rate?
Yeah, I think now the mortality rate would be much higher. People just live on.
Yeah, because again, like it's considered modern medicine.
Yeah.
If you're able to have a child, like usually, I think back in the day, like if a mother was to give birth, she's usually going to die. And usually, if there's twins, one's going to die. Just think about like the tools that they had to actually deliver a child. It just
Also,
made
if
it
your
so much
wife,
difficult.
if your wife bears a daughter, then that's
yeah,
two,
you're going
that's
to kill
two
her.
bodies.
Of course, but it's still happening now.
That's 2 bodies on your belt.
Yeah.
Okay, so reportedly in the 1800s, right, half of the people die are children, as children. So
Yeah.
4.6% die before the 15. On average, a child dies every 5 seconds.
Wait, when's this now?
Like 1800s.
Oh, 1800s. Gosh.
But yeah, like back then, yeah, definitely. The kids are not.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah,
It's definitely not a great time to be a kid in 1800s. I'm like, I guess I'm gonna die today.
But then I guess there's also the thing, what in Greek mythology as well back in the day, like it was very normal for like a grown man to have a young boy. Yeah, to have like as a sexual kind of partner. It's like you had your wife and then you had a young boy. It's kind of the whole Batman and Robin thing. Like Robin was just this young child, boy wonder,
Yes.
who he just had sex with, and then they solved crimes together.
But Batman was out for Alfred as well, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
and it kind of gets passed down.
So it's not a bad system. You kind of pay your dues.
And that's
then-
what it was in I think in Greek times, where you would be the little boy, you'd be the boy wonder, having sex with
your
this-
Batman.
yeah, with
Batman,
your
yeah.
Batman,
With your
and
Dark
then-
Knight.
Yeah, and then as soon as you're old enough to get your own little boy wonder, you pass it on, you pass it down,
Yeah.
and that went on for a while. I think in all ancient civilizations, there's evidence of that.
Man, okay. We have progress as a being.
Why
I
do we
guess.
bring the law in? Why is the law there?
Well,
Why
I
is there an
guess-
age of consent?
I know why is there an age of consent? Usually because it's
I know. Why is there an age of consent?
stupid?
We want to protect people that are not ready yet, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
We don't want them to get hurt.
Because I think especially it's like the society that we're living now is so complicated. You know, there's so many way to manipulate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you just want to do the best you can. I think we're doing a pretty good job with all the laws that are set in place. Kind of like having the age of consent in most Western countries as around 18. I think that's usually an age where a young person is able to make their own decisions, be able to drive a car and whatnot. I don't think there's any issues with the age of consent. I think we've done a pretty good job.
Maybe there's a problem with. It's like the reason why we'd be like, we set that age, and it's like people that want to try and attract people that are under that age is like maybe they seem like an easy target or something. Like this person is dysfunctional in society, and kind of thinks that person, because of their lack of awareness about the world, could love them. something like that.
They're attracted to the vulnerability.
Maybe, yeah. What do you think?
Oh, I think a lot of the time when people do grow to be like pedophiles, usually there was something done to them. And I think it's like the idea that it is kind of passed down, that you had this horrible thing done to you, and it's kind of, I guess in your psyche, seen as something that happens, seen as a little bit normal. And I think you're more inclined to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But being like...
It's kind of like if someone was beaten as a child by their parents, I think the percentage that they're going to beat their children goes up a crazy amount. Because it's like, that's how I was grown.
That's how it's done.
That's how it's done. And I feel like if they had something done to them, they're kind of like, oh, I'm going to do it to someone else.
Yeah, okay.
But I feel there is a lot. I think watching the whole To Catch a Predator, there were these losers who I feel couldn't get anyone else their own age. And they felt the only person that would probably find them attractive is someone naive, like a 13-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's something, but it's not even really what we're talking about when we're talking about this TikTok thing, is it?
Yeah, and the TikTok thing's like completely different. But it's feeding into that idea that there's so many people out there that I guess are attracted to younger looking girls.
It's not even that, bro. Like thing is like I said before, like they create this reward system for these young girls to do those things on this platform.
But
you know,
the fact that they're making so much money is there's a demand, there's a market for it. And that's the scary thing.
Yes.
The fact there is this market, this willing market of, I guess, let's say men that are going to be here to watch these videos, are going to be here to engage with this content. And we're just giving into it. It's kind of like the girls that set up an OnlyFans. It's like, hey, I have a whole bunch of followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Let's start this, and I can actually find a way to directly monetize it.
Yeah.
These people who are obsessed with me can now pay to see photos of me a little bit more promiscuous. It's just taking advantage of a market. But sometimes there's an issue that this market exists.
God, it's so
Which is the
interesting.
thing, yeah.
Because it's such a complex problem.
But I guess you have to address the consumer. You have to address the market existing.
But do we have to? Well, the thing is, we're not like, oh yeah, I want to see like an underage person.
Or some people are.
We are not though.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. It's like, but we are not. It's the worst song you could have played right now.
What's the deal with all these underage girls? Of course, I'm not attracted to underage girls. So I met my wife when I was 50 and she was 16. Nothing wrong with that. I don't like girls that are over the age of... I don't like that. I know Jackson hates these soundboard.
Actually, when
I'm putting it down. I'm putting it down.
Yeah,
But we go like, I'm not looking for someone that's underage or whatever, and I wouldn't want to watch that.
Yeah.
Like it'd probably be fucking boring or whatever. But like to pull that video up and be like, oh, here's like just the aesthetic of like an attractive figure.
Yes.
And then just being like, oh, and also,
yeah,
I think because it's a bit naughty. I think people like doing stuff that's a bit illegal. I wonder if there's an element of that.
but I'm talking more about like, should this be illegal? Because we look at that and we're like, there is literally not a problem with this, like mentally or anything like that. I'm just saying, it's just like I'm a computer with stimulus and reaction.
Yeah.
The stimulus is like,
there's nothing wrong with this. But
actually,
I know
actually,
I'm
I think
attracted to it and it is kinda wrong.
okay. So right, I think if we look at it,
this is so
It's
fucked up, man.
like it's wrong. It feels wrong, but it's legal.
My
it's
mind
kind
is telling me no.
It's like the whole "I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you."
Yeah.
So technically, you're not doing anything wrong, but you're kind of getting a reaction.
If you were doing that to a cop, they'd still arrest you.
Right, but here's a take, right? I think we all find her attractive, right? Until we know that she's
Agreed.
15. Agreed. Until we know that she's 15, and we took a step back. So the idea of the look, we met with the look first, and that idea is attractive, but somehow her age seems kind of gross. Make it seem gross because we're like, man, when I was 15, I wasn't doing anything like that. You know what I mean? When I was 15, man, I was trying to get some ass as well, but
when I was 15, I was dating a 20-year-old. But
okay, but enough about me. Let's talk about you, Jason. How you been?
Sad.
Trouble.
but that's the thing. I guess you see the age 15 and the natural response is, well,
Yeah.
that's a child.
And I think it's like if that was your young sister, right, bro?
Your daughter.
Yeah, bro, I would.
That's
whoop
what
her
usually
ass.
happens.
I would take out my belt so quick, and I would whoop everybody's. You know what? I would,
Oh no! I took my belt out. Now my pants are slipping down.
And you know what? I would be so mad that I whooped her mother as well. I'm like, you did this. This is your fault.
Did this to her.
If I found out that was my daughter, I would just have a very long. I mean, I'd have
Long nights. Checking it. Hey, stepdad.
I'd have a very in all honesty, I'd have a very long penis. No, I don't know. I'd have to sit down with them and be like, you have to understand. But then what's even the problem? Yeah, you have to understand there's a lot of creeps out there. But then what's even the problem? She's making money at the expense of these simps who are never going to smash.
But I guess it's the idea.
It's fueling it. It's fueling it.
That men
It's
are
fueling
whacking off to your daughter.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
No, but that's happening. No, I'm not. But that's the issue. That idea is a bit disgusting. You want to try to keep her innocent and away from all that. When there's probably a whole bunch of comments being like, "Hey, baby, the things I like to do to you."
But then what's to go with like? Because is there a legitimate reason to get into like sex work and that kind of thing? Because you can make a very large amount of money doing that, right?
Yes.
So is there? So what if you said that to your daughter? There's a lot of men that are like blah blah blah, and she's like, "Yeah, I know that actually excites me. I'm making good bank from this. I've got a lot of followers."
But I feel at 15 she probably isn't doing it for those right reasons. And I guess it's like getting a tattoo when it's like, yeah, I know the consequences. I'm going to have this when I'm older. This is just something I really want and I have no issue with it. I want it right now.
Do you think it must be going through her head though? She's like, "Oh, I'm attractive. Like I am hot,
Yeah,
my
definitely.
physicality is an asset."
I have a feeling that this young girl doesn't know the extent to what is actually going on behind the scenes.
No, you couldn't.
You could. I feel it.
You couldn't at that age.
Yeah,
You wouldn't know.
when you're that age,
Yeah.
you wouldn't imagine kind of a grown men with like wives and children of their own.
Yeah.
Probably like her father's friends.
Bro, yeah.
That's
Bro.
the issue. And I guess as a. Oh, that was I think that was the plot of American Beauty.
I don't know. I'm not.
That
familiar.
I'm pretty sure like this. Kevin Spacey has a daughter.
Kevin Spacey.
I knew that. It's like, ooh, do you have a brother?
Yeah.
But yeah, so Kevin Spacey has a daughter who's like, I think 17. And his daughter wants to have a sleepover. And a whole bunch of 17-year-old girls come over to the house, and one of the girls starts flirting with him.
With Kevin Spacey.
With Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
And I think, what happens? I think he ends up going to have sex with her. And then she's getting her undressed and everything like that. And he's like, no, I can't do it. You're too young. I think he sees like the
Yeah.
innocence in her eyes. And he's like, no, I can't do this.
Yeah, I think for most men, an average man, that would be a problem as well. Because
Yes.
man, that's just like taking advantage of a kid who doesn't
And that's
know
the thing.
better.
I think in that moment he realized he's actually taking advantage of a child.
Yeah.
This girl doesn't know what she wants. Even though
Yeah.
she's saying, I want you.
Yeah.
So I'm so attracted
It's like
to you. I'm old for my age. Like I know what I want. As soon as you say that like actual sign of vulnerability, which is there, it becomes really. But then that's the thing. I feel like pedophiles and stuff like that get
Don't
off on it.
care.
They don't care. They almost get off on the idea of them being young.
No, but they're like pedophiles. They would not go for teen. They would go for like young, the kid that look young.
You're right,
You know?
actually. Yes.
No, there's another word.
No, I think, what is it? Is it hebophiles? No, what is it?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something. I feel that's when
It's
you're
like 13
interested
to
in.
17.
Yeah.
Are we having like an age group now? Fucking.
100%.
Really?
Yeah, pedophile
Yeah,
is
that's
legitimately
no
under,
longer a
like
pedophile.
under 12 or something like that.
I think the fact a pedophile is attracted to a child, someone who isn't developed. But I feel like the hebophiles are attracted to, I guess, an early developed child or something.
But how does that even make sense? Because you look at that chick, the one we've
Yes.
been talking about for 40 minutes. Go on.
Such a bad habit. didn't work.
Ads, but yeah.
So we've been talking about this girl for 40 minutes right now.
Yeah, so like, I guess to be given that title, you'd have to be well aware that they're at that age.
Yeah.
Do you think? And you don't care, like you just say, that doesn't bother me.
I feel that's the Chris D'Elia thing. I feel that he's a hebephile. He's into fresh young women.
Is that the word?
I think so. I might even have to look it up.
Yeah. So he just doesn't care. That's what you think. He's just like,
Yeah, he's just attracted to Hebrew women. Yes. Hebephile. Heba. Is this gonna be an issue if I look this up? No. Hebephilia.
Okay, so that's the thing.
Oh, ephebophile. Ephebophile.
A phebophile.
Ephebophile. Yes.
a phebophile. And what's the definition?
Let's have a look.
So what's like the age group, like the age limit?
Ephebophile. Okay. An adult who is sexually attracted to adolescents.
Oh, so you have to
Yeah,
legit.
adolescence.
So then,
That's a
what does that make
different
us? Just creepy. Just straight up creepy.
What is that?
Adolescence.
I
No,
guess-
I don't feel like. Yeah. Well, if
The
someone
thing
was
is, we're not attracted to adolescents.
no, that looked like an older woman.
Yeah. I feel that girl could kind of dupe a lot of innocent men.
I think it's like now with makeups and all that, you know what I mean? Like tutorials on YouTube. Young girls know how to make themselves look like 24 years old. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You get like, it's not just TikTok, man. If you walk down on the street, right, every Friday night, there's like all these chicks that are like 15, 16, and they have makeups on, and they look like 24, 25, you know what I mean? It's just every day, bro. Like,
Yeah.
look
It's
at
every
Paul.
day, bro. But I guess like going out as a 15-year-old wearing like a tight dress and
Yeah.
heels is it wrong?
Bro, they're now wearing like crop top and like booty shorts and, you know, like having heavy makeups on, like eyelashes and stuff.
Are we going in the wrong direction? Let us as men talk on behalf of women right now.
Yeah.
Just look at
Let's
damn
go.
age,
So
man.
what's wrong with these women out here? I feel there's a generation of kind of women embracing sexuality, which is
Yeah.
definitely happening.
Yep.
But I feel there's more kind of pride in flaunting your body, and I feel we're in a OnlyFans generation where
Yeah,
women know
yeah.
their power that they have over men to the earliest ages of like 13.
Yeah.
I feel a girl would understand the power they have over men.
I don't even know. I think very few women understand that.
I feel this age group, this generation,
They're going to be more.
I feel in our generation, probably like 10 years ago, a 13-year-old wouldn't have as much of an idea. But when you're 13, you're listening to Cardi B. Your idols are Cardi B,
Yeah,
Meg Thee Stallion,
exactly.
Rihanna,
Doja Cat.
Doja
Yeah.
Cat. That's the thing. You'd go up to like
God.
any 13-year-old and you'd be like, what are you listening to? It's like, I was just listening to WAP.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is that an issue?
have this gone too far, man? I mean, like back
Has
in
it
the
gone too
days,
far?
you know, I mean, like if you look back in like 2000 pop music, like
We
they
had
were-
Dirty, Christina Aguilera.
yeah, Britney Spears
Britney
and
Spears.
Christina Aguilera, but they would not.
It wasn't as profound
Yeah,
as like
it was-
WAP.
Yeah, they would WAP. They're literally talking about sucking dick and you know
Yes.
having a wet ass pussy. Back then, British people were just talking about, "Oops, I did it again,"
Is
and that was
Whereas like about falling in love and kind
Yeah.
of, it's suggestive with the dance moves, and I guess Christina Aguilera is dirty. She's got kind of dirt all over her, but it's highly filtered. It's the
Yeah, yeah.
idea. I feel
Yeah.
it isn't as explicit as WAP.
Yeah, exactly. And now
Isn't-
more
yeah.
and more women are more grown women are affecting these young chicks, you know,
Yes.
because they're young. They think it's cool to be like it, you know, because
like
it's
you
popping.
find like a 11-year-old girl being singing like go down, go down, go down. Let me see you go to
Yeah.
town, which is about having fellatio. from men.
Cunnilingus.
Yes.
Cunnilingus.
But that's the thing. I don't think there was anything that. Oh, there was definitely that explicit back in the day, but it wasn't mainstream. it wasn't pop music. Like the number one song in the country was WAP. Doja Cat has like the number one song
Man,
consistently.
we go from Kenny Rogers being on the Billboard to this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but I guess it's just it's a tricky time to be a youth.
Where are values at the moment? Values are like extinct. Where are those good old fashioned values
Yeah,
which
like,
we used to rely?
I guess like where are the Lauryn Hills or where are the
yeah, Lauryn Hill is.
where are the Beyonces in
Yeah.
a world of Rihanna's?
No, but Beyonce's still pretty sexy, and she's talking about
As a
riding on a
woman.
surfboard.
Is like a mother who's trying to
Yeah,
get her
exactly.
groove back. She's not this young promiscuous girl like Rihanna. I think her one of Rihanna's albums were even called Promiscuous, was it?
I don't
No,
want
I
to get
think
into
that was,
Beyonce.
We're
Rihanna,
getting-
yeah, I don't
Who's
know.
better? But I
Promis-
feel like Rihanna's started this generation of women kind of having a different idea of sexuality.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nicki Minaj, I would say. A lot of R&B singers.
But
were-
you've got like Nicki Minaj coming out of like the Lil Wayne camp, and Lil Wayne is just like clearly a massive perv.
Yes.
and like it's
sex
fine
addict,
with it.
yeah.
And like loves strippers. He performed at like the porn awards, and that's just his whole thing. He just loves it. And then his
But I
audience
feel
loves
as
it.
a young kid, as a 13-year-old boy, you don't really know what he's talking about. You don't really have, and he's not
No.
very physical with it. Whereas if you see the WAP music video as an 11-year-old girl,
okay,
you're thinking,
okay.
oh,
Here's
this is what I should be doing.
Yeah.
Here's the dangerous part, right? So like 15-year-old boy, right? They want to get sexual. There's a tough chance for them to get sexual. But a 15-year-old girl,
Oh,
there will
wow.
always be a guy out
There's
there
always,
willing
yes.
to do it. You know
That's
what I mean?
the scary thing,
That's
isn't
the
it?
thing.
That's the scariest part when you are 15. You're kind of like every single guy would go there with
Yeah.
me. All I have to do is kind of
Yeah, I think like if we talk about ratios, the number of women would go for a 15-year-old boy is very
it'd
very
be like
small.
none, probably
But-
less than 1%.
Yeah, but if we talk about man,
This is
though,
hilarious. It's so true.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And then you go to the average man on the street and you'd be like, would you have sex with this girl? He's like,
She's
"Yeah,
15.
yeah."
got him.
And it'd be like, yes, and where?
Where is she? She's 15.
And
Well, boys, we did it.
Uh,
oh god.
But yeah.
that's the scary thing.
it's a man. It's a
I
weird.
feel
weird
people were a lot
time.
more sheltered back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Because there was a lot of judgment back then. Now is everybody trying to?
It's embraced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now everybody trying to encourage everybody. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do it. Be you. Do yourself. And
You-
that.
I think there's kind of like this. I don't like there's like these ideals.
Yeah.
And if you work towards one of those ideals, you're sweet. You are fine. One of those ideals written on a platinum plaque is like sexualization of women by women. And then any woman that's working towards that is just like almost exempt from any kind of
Yes.
you can't be criticized.
You can't.
And then
it's like I'm empowered. I'm
and
doing this because I'm empowered.
the next ring out is people that support that, and then the next ring out is people that support people supporting that. And as soon as anyone like misspeaks on any of those levels, you're gonna get persecuted by all of them. It's just like this generation of like the society of virtue signaling.
Yes. That's very well
Yeah,
put.
yeah, yeah,
Because you'll
yeah.
literally get
Yeah.
trashed
Exactly.
and cancelled and probably doxxed for speaking out against.
And you know what? Here's what I
Feminism.
see as well with like rappers nowadays, right? Rap music is like number one music, and
Yes,
we
it's
all
pop,
talk about.
it's pop,
And you know
yeah.
what? There's a lot of young girls trying to be these chicks in the rap song. They're trying because that's what
that's what everyone did when they were younger. Everyone wanted to be Britney Spears.
yeah.
Every
Yeah.
young girl.
Yeah.
And every guy wanted to be like
Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem or in
Kill
the
the
Backstreet
mom.
Boys.
Yeah.
But that's the scary thing. I feel like the influence, they haven't really thought about how much influence it's going to have on like the youth.
You remember? I mean, like Eminem, right? Like before he was rapping about hectic shit, until he found out that some of his fans took that too hard, and he changed his whole image. And he's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to affect these young people like that. You know what I mean? Because before he was hectic shit, but obviously it's an act. You know, he doesn't mean that. He didn't have never killed anybody, but on his song he talked about some hectic shit.
Yeah.
And his fans are taking it too hard. Like that's who he is.
Yeah, it's
I
the
mean,
influence of celebrities.
Yeah.
Imagine if Cardi B had a stan Like, dear Stacy, I didn't mean for you to be a slut. I didn't mean for you to wear a bikini and show a G-string with your butt.
No, you do it, girl. You do it.
Yeah.
You looking good too.
That's a good Cardi B. Yeah.
But I feel like celebrities just have so much influence, and I feel that it's scary because I feel that we're in the generation where everyone's a celebrity.
Yeah.
But I feel that celebrities still, even though there's so many of them, they all have such a significant amount of influence.
But thing is, like, man, I think back then, right, there are huge number of famous people. But then nowadays, the values have shifted. Nowadays, is everything is sex sales.
You can
You know what I
you
mean?
can be famous just for being attractive, an attractive 15-year-old.
Yeah, and things like back in the days, right? You have like Kenny Rogers, Bruce Bruce Springsteen. They're all talking about some, normal everyday cowboy shit,
Yeah.
and everybody loves it because back then life was simple. But now everything is about sex. Everything, they have all this rap music song. They have hot chicks in it twerking, and you got these young girls that want to be the woman in those rap music videos because they think that's what men's like, and they want to appeal to those.
Because it's all falling under like this generation of like porn coming to the forefront.
Oh,
And like the internet and how much access you have in the internet. And it's like people, like a young 10-year-old has so much access to just
And
everything.
it's not just Pornhub. Instagram is full of porn stars.
Yeah.
Twitter full of porn. TikTok kind of softcore
It
porn
is,
as
isn't
well.
it? Because I guess
Everything-
what sells, like, is the whole idea that sex sells and it's selling.
Yeah,
And it's
everywhere.
Yeah. It's literally
Facebook,
everywhere.
Instagram,
Yeah.
everything that a kid can access. A kid doesn't need to go to like Pornhub when he needs to put his age.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
And I
There's no-
honestly feel
it's-
like kids would rather pleasure themselves to girls from Instagram.
Yeah.
And have a little bit more connection to it rather than kind of the hacky early 2010s. Oh, I go to Pornhub. I know this porn star. It's like, no, this girl from OnlyFans. I followed her on Instagram and she started up an OnlyFans. That's what I'm into right now. I want to have connection to the person. And because I guess there's more money involved as well. Where like I feel so many people are signing up for OnlyFans. There's so
Tiger
many
has
people.
an OnlyFans.
I did hear about that.
Tiger has
Yeah.
an OnlyFans now.
That's going to be interesting. Oh, but I feel like even, I guess so many guys have OnlyFans.
Yeah, true.
It's like
Let me just
so-
point this out quickly. You two are both so sweaty.
It's hot in here, man. It's hot.
Get that 15-year-old up!
It was like Big just said that point about sex selling and just began sweating profusely. And then I was about to make the point until I looked over at you. You started sweating.
Like Jordan Peele.
It's done. Sex done, sir.
Selling to me right now. Getting hot in here.
It's a good point. It's a very good point, though. Like, it's
Pull up
just-
that OnlyFans. Let's go.
It's just kind of getting to that. Yeah, do millennials even want to get married? You know what I mean? Do they have
Yes,
to?
I was hearing this thing that it's I don't think the average person wants to have a family, wants to have kids. I feel it's like I don't want to bring a child into this world. I think it's kind of accepted socially that the world's pretty terrible.
Do you feel that way?
I'm a bit worried. Like I would want to kind of make sure I'm in a position and in a location where they're kind of, I guess, sheltered from a lot of the things of the world.
For me personally, it's not so much about like worried about bringing a kid into a fucked up world. I'm not. Like, I'm so optimistic just about whatever. But so optimistic even that I'm like, I'm having a sick time.
Yeah, same.
Like,
It's such a fun time to be alive.
But I mean more so like I'm just having a really good time. There's no like real pressure for me to get married and have a family and
Yes.
whatever. So I'm not sure if that's something that plays in people's mind.
I think it would, because I guess
Well.
probably 50 years ago, you would be down at the docks. You would have gotten married right out of high school.
Yeah.
You would have had your physical labor job, or you would have had your job in the office that you were forced into.
But I don't
and you
even-
didn't really have any choice in the matter.
I don't see the value necessarily in that. You know what I mean?
I feel
I don't
was
see
people also played into social expectations.
exactly. And
it
then I
was-
don't.
If you didn't have a family at 22, it'd be like, okay, what's wrong with you? What's going on?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like looking at that scenario and being like, oh, that's all arbitrary. Like,
Yes.
I don't know why I would need to have a family of my own that comes out of my penis.
Are you talking about in general,
Yeah.
like at any time? So this isn't like an age thing. This is just the concept of a family doesn't appeal to you.
Oh no, I love my family that I already have, but I mean like kids and whatever.
Why
Like,
not starting your own family?
yeah, I'm not like I don't. There's no overwhelming drive for it.
Really?
No. I'm like,
What about you, Big?
Well, I'm getting to the age now.
Yeah.
I mean, what like when I was 20, like before I was 25, I was like, you know, what I mean, I'm never feeling. But I guess when I'm hitting 25, I kind of grow more and more to the idea of having kids and having someone that they look up to you.
You feel there's
know
a
what I mean?
desire for you to have children and to have a family.
No,
Like that's something that
I don't desire to have a kid and family right now, but I think, you know, I like the idea of it. I like, you know, having a kid when, cause man, like before I used to think kids is like, you know, the end of the world. But now, man, I think if looking back at my parents, right, kids are just the thing that they love you unconditionally. It's
Yes.
bro. If you're an adult, right, you go into this life, it's fucking bullshit, and you come home to your kids and they love you.
I feel it's the one of
regardless.
the best things you can do as a
Yeah.
person is to have that.
Yeah, and
I guess it's-
and you come home
it's
after a
life.
long day, right? Your boss hates you. You know, it doesn't matter, right? Your life
This
sucks.
15-year-old's
Yeah.
never going to call you back. You've been texting her and you're doing your thing to her videos, and you know that's going nowhere. She's giving you one word responses. She's barely texting back, and she's like, "Yeah, just keep following my OnlyFans." And you just
your daughter cuts you off, so you have to join her OnlyFans to stay in contact.
like, Stacy, you free for a dinner with your old man and your brother?
Imagine getting to that point in your
I
life.
pay
though.
$50 like to unlock.
Imagine getting to that point in your life where you're like, Stacy, it's dinner time. She's like, fuck off, queer. Like, how terrible would that be?
Bro, I imagine like Stacey.
You just turn to your husband like, I don't know if we did the right thing here.
Man, you know what? If like you, if like you outside your kid's room, right? And then you, especially a daughter, and then you start hearing her phones with like music from like, you know, famous TikTok videos, and that was the point. You just burst in, you know.
But that's the thing. It's if she's not doing that, she's going to be a loser. That's the scary thing. She's literally going to be an outcast if she's doesn't have TikTok on her phone.
Yeah.
And that's the thing you have to sacrifice. Where it's like, what do I want my daughter to be an outcast and not fit in with society? Is she going to be the weird
Bro, I think that's fine.
horse girl?
I think all of us.
Do you know what I mean?
Why horse girl? What makes you say? Oh, the like typical girl with horse.
Typical horse girl is obsessed with horses, reads books and hangs out by herself. Or is she going to be with the rest of the cool girls on TikTok doing dances for a 45-year-old man?
But you know what? I think it's fine because I think all of us were outcasts in some way, right? We have a group of friends with that
Not me.
outcasts.
Not me. No, but I guess we
And that was the moment Big realized.
Let's get this back up. But going back to that, you don't feel you have like a desire to have a family at all. Like you don't want to have that hard day of work, coming home to kids running up to you, grabbing you by the leg.
I mean, not necessarily. Like, it sounds nice and whatever. I guess I'm so focused on what I'm doing right now and having enough fun with that I'm not like, oh yeah, it's definitely the move. Like, I definitely need to have kids. Because I know as soon as I have a kid, I'm going to put everything into them.
Yeah.
And I would as well. So it's like...
But you see some sort of timeline for that to happen? Or
No.
Right.
No, I don't.
Yeah, but I think also the age that people have kids are now much higher than before.
Yes,
You
I
know
feel
what I mean?
it's gone up probably like
I mean,
at least
like
10 years.
right now for me and Chelsea, like we do not want to have kids at this moment. You know, we're planning about what next 5 years, 2 years, even, but like not
2 years,
now.
1 year. She's
No,
pregnant.
But then, like back in the days, there was nothing else to do.
But think about it this way: the sooner you have a kid, the sooner she can be on TikTok.
It's,
That's the
Like, imagine if our sweet angel, if her parents waited another couple years, then we'd all be masturbating over a 12-year-old. All right, let's do it, boys. Let's do it. Let's get wild.
Let's get wild.
Let's get wild.
Let's get into it. Man, but I guess there is that idea of, I guess, bringing a child into the world when you know exactly what's going on there. I think it's a scary time to have a daughter. It's a very scary time to have a daughter in this world.
I just wanted to say sorry
Great
about all
time to have a guy.
that. Sorry about all that junk before. That was silly.
Yeah, that wasn't you.
I just wanted
Maybe
to
that wasn't
apologize.
you. You're just trying to get the cheap laughs.
that
That wasn't him.
was my. Yeah, whatever.
That was just my warped sense of humor. So.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
But it is a scary time. I think it's a great time to have a son. Whoa. That didn't need to go off.
Yeah, but
You got money. Maybe.
Oh, he's just going to grow up to be a simp and pay for an early fence.
Exactly. What if you have a son and he's an incel?
bro, that
you go up to your son's
come
room and it's like,
on, man.
Come on,
He's like,
now.
the thing is, the women, men, sex.
I told you, Jordan Peterson Jr.
He's like, what are you watching in there, Jacob? Women, men, sex. No, nothing, Dad. No. Gosh, actually.
And you know what I think with that the whole internet thing, there are more and more. The world is more and more complicated. You know what I mean? Like I think before without the internet, we wouldn't know about all this shit that happening in the world. But now with the internet, literally, like these things are happening in front of our eyes, so we can actually see how the world really is.
Because it's like, even just the idea, you could go back to any TV star or any person and it'd be like, what are your opinions on Donald Trump? And that is just one of the most kind of controversial things to like, kind of, you can paint a picture about someone just based on that. What are your thoughts on Black Lives Matter? What are your thoughts on the Me Too movement? But I think we're kind of living in a time that you have to have answers for all these questions. And there's so many boxes that you have to tick, and there's so many things you kind of have to have your head around.
You have to subscribe to all of it.
Yes,
Yeah,
you've
and
got to
that's-
know what's going on.
And that's the crazy thing. Actually, that's why I'm reading that book on economics at the moment. Because I literally don't know how the world works. So how am I going to make judgments about who they paint as this? Like, they could castrate someone and paint them as like being the worst person in the world. But I don't know their motives. I literally don't know how the world works. I'm trying to, but I can't even like, I'm not going to cast my judgment on this person when I am an idiot. Like, and I am. I'm good at very few things. I'm good at very few things, and I have no greater context of the world. That's it. I only know what I've been shown, really, and what I've learnt. But I'm young.
But I
Like,
feel you
it's-
also have opinions on all these major issues that never would have really been required of you back in the day. You didn't have to have
Yeah.
an opinion on racism. You didn't have to have an opinion on women's rights movement. You didn't have to have an opinion on, I guess, just your own politics
Yeah.
and how you may be wrong as an individual.
Right.
I feel you have to answer to all these as soon as you reach a certain age nowadays. And that, I think the world,
Yeah.
like Big was saying this, I feel the world's a lot more complex.
Well, I think there's just a reward system built around taking people down that you don't even know have done wrong. It's just other
Yeah.
people have said they've done wrong or whatever. You don't make up your mind. You just know that that person got grilled. You're also about to get grilled unless you, like
Kind of like Superman.
say you knew something about Big and you're like, yeah, Big did that thing, and then you say that to me and you're like, how bad is that he did that? How
Yeah.
bad is that he did that? And I'm like, oh, well, I don't know what actually happened.
Yeah.
And then I'm seeing other people giving Big grief and like they're all turning on me and going, how bad is that? It's bad, isn't it? Just agree with us that it's bad,
Yes.
or else you're not like that, are you? Like, you're not one of the bad ones. You're not gonna.
Yeah,
Don't worry, you're not actually bad. Oh, actually,
He kind of is. He showed us a 15-year-old girl and
Yeah.
said, what do you think of this? What would you like to do to her?
yeah, I can catfish y'all.
You've got 7 minutes in a room. What are you going to do? Describe it to this microphone.
we got a nice little stank going on in this room right now, boys.
Man, it's so hot. Hey,
Musky.
It is real
Yeah.
hot in here. Me and Jackson went to the gym today. Big actually went to the gym today.
Yeah. And you know what? Talking about gullible people. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like Superman. You know, I've actually been watching some Justice League movies with
Yeah.
Chelsea, and after these scenes, right? There's like the whole gang is there, and
Yeah.
Batman was like, I think we should do this. And Superman like, yeah, he's right, let's do this. And then Wonder Woman keeps being like, no, are you crazy? I think we should do that. And Superman's like, yeah, she's right, we should do that. and Chelsea just blurred out, man, Superman is such a bitch, hey. He just swinging whenever. He doesn't have his own opinion, you know?
No, I might smash later. That's why I'm listening to her.
Boy,
Superman's secretly trying to be the next Robin.
yeah. So I think, bro, Superman is, you know what? I just had this, right? Nobody likes Superman. If you think about it.
He's like Captain America.
yeah,
Because
nobody,
he represents white masculinity and white supremacy. That's the thing about Superman.
Yeah. That's why
And-
they showed him on all those Seinfeld episodes, right?
Yeah, they did actually.
But I think like if you make a vote, people would prefer the Joker than Superman. 'Cause
Because I guess also Superman's just a
why
rich guy.
though? But why though? Superman is pure-hearted. Like he's good from the heart. Like
No,
he's
he's
just
a rich kid. He's a rich kid that never had to work hard in his life. He represents.
no. But I'm talking about
But
Superman, not
He
Batman.
uses his powers for good.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I'm thinking about Batman as
Yeah,
well. Yeah,
yeah.
what's wrong with? I guess Superman's like an alien.
Yeah, and he's just so pure. You know, his parents are like farmers. He's very nice. He's
But the thing is, he's OP powerful. He comes into the world OP powerful.
Yeah.
And then it's like he doesn't have to work for his powers or anything like that.
Yeah.
You can't relate to him. He's not a real guy. He's just like
Yeah.
some weird alien.
Batman is just a buzzkill. Everywhere you go, I'm so sad my parents died. I'm like, Jesus, man.
Batman's just like
Wow.
a rich guy.
Yeah,
He's just like Donald
spoiled.
Trump. Yeah.
And every 2 minutes, like, oh, my parents died. I wish I could bring. Like, bro, it's 20 years. Just let it go, man.
Come on, man.
Like, come on,
don't
man.
let it go.
Like, bro, this is
Superman.
like, we don't hang out with you, bro. Jeez.
Come on now, Superman. Come on now, Superman. What about just like a Superman he's from Atlanta? It's called Superman. Ross O'Donnell is Superman.
Superman.
Let's go. Did Superman have a love interest?
Lois
Lane.
Yeah, Lois Lane.
Come on, Lois. Let's get over here,
Yeah.
man.
But yeah, like the thing is, like Superman, he's like the most pure-hearted character, but I don't think nobody likes him. People like the greedy and the people with like a dark side, like Batman. People like them because he has a lot of darkness in him. You know,
He's not too perfect.
or like Iron Man. He's not perfect, nowhere near perfect. Like he put too many people that he loved in trouble.
Yeah.
Right, but people loved him for that. You know.
That's true. I feel people
fair
like
point.
vulnerability. People like kind of the damaged soul.
Mm,
They don't like
ooh, yeah.
Mr. Perfect. They don't like kind
18-year-olds.
Back to it.
Come on. If
Back it.
Superman had a problem with 15-year-old girls, it almost show like a sign of vulnerability to him. I feel people might be more interested. It's like, oh, look at him. He's got problems. Oh.
He does have some problems. He can't go near. He can't go near
Can't go
an
facial
alien rock that is like nowhere unless you search for it and you're like a billionaire like Lex Luthor
Yeah,
and can actually get your hands on it. He
And
does
like,
have problems.
Yeah, or like Batman.
Yeah.
He got tons of. I hear like he got actually in the comic, Batman got like 4 kind of kryptonite. He got the green one, the yellow one, the black one, the white one. Like he's ready to kill Superman at any time. Like he's just ready, bro. Like he has problem with Superman since the start. You know, Batman's like, I don't like this guy.
He doesn't like that guy, yeah.
I think that's why people like Batman. Cause we don't like Superman here.
We don't like that
Man, we don't like
Superman
your
guy.
kind down here.
Yeah, boy, we don't like your kind around here.
Around here.
Batman might be the ultimate cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just cool.
He might be the ultimate cool guy. He's damaged. He
And he's
just goes
also
on-
anti-Semitic because Superman's full name is Supermanowitz, which is also a reason why a lot of people don't like Superman, which is an issue. That's the thing. His name's David Supermanowitz. That's the real issue. It's like, I don't know what it is about this Superman guy, but I know I don't like him.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're right. Cause like everybody's like a damaged soul. Cause we can relate to that in somehow. Cause we never see Superman really face like depression problem. You know what I mean? Like he has his parents, he has lovers.
Yeah, he's
you know
just
what I mean?
great.
And-
Everything goes well for his Superman.
Yeah, and everybody loved him.
Yeah.
right. And everybody.
He's swole, he's jacked.
Yeah, it's like
He's probably packing heat.
And he's always looking so handsome. And
Yeah.
and bro,
He's probably
literally like, bro, his
what do you
dick
think
are like
he's
huge.
got a bulge.
Yeah, and he
Our
put,
boy Superman has a solid bulge.
and bro, I
at all
think,
times.
and I reckon he knows it as well. And that's why he put like the red underwear outside. And like, boom, look at it, man, fucking bullseye, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing is he uses it to
He's
distract.
perfect. His life is perfect. He doesn't need to do
Yeah.
anything. He's loved by everybody.
But yeah, someone like Batman, his parents died as a micro penis. He's obsessed with having sex with his 13-year-old boy.
small penis.
Robin, come here. I'm so sad.
Get here.
Ah, jeez, are we going to do this again?
Say it hurts.
Oh.
Say it hurts. I don't feel anything, Batman.
And what's this, Bats?
I don't feel anything, Batman.
Is this one of your gadgets? no, this is a rope. Now stand still.
The Riddler here with a brand new riddle. Batman's away with a kitty. Fiddle. I think we
We'll quickly touch on one thing that
Yeah,
Peter
what?
Jackson did. Just what is cool.
it's too big of a topic.
It's too big of a topic.
We can smack into it. if you
We'll
want.
touch on it quickly just to end. Me and Jackson did touch on this one earlier in the day. We're just talking about what actually is cool.
We're just touching on it.
We're just touching on it like Batman touched on that 13-year-old boy Robin inappropriately with his parents.
We talk
consent.
about parents letting their.
What if Robin had his parents' consent for the whole thing? He's like, yeah, no, Batman's going to be a great guy for you. I'm sure you two are attracted to each other.
I still wouldn't be on board.
Did you watch Call Me By Your Name?
What?
That Call Me By Your Name, that movie?
No.
Basically about like this family in this house in like northern Italy, and the dad's like some sort of history buff, and he has one of his students coming to live with the family for 3 months, and the student, I think he's probably in his mid-20s, develops a relationship with the professor's son, who's I think a 16 or 15-year-old boy. And the professor's okay with it. The parents are both okay with it. The boy's gay. And he's like, yeah, no, I think they've got a beautiful bond, a beautiful relationship.
Wait, was it a French movie? Because that sounds like something the
I
French would do.
sound like some French business right there.
Bro, I don't think there would be any like U.S. movies about that. But French
I don't think that
movies-
would fly, yeah.
Yeah, but for French, bro, I reckon they would love that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
French are like fucking hectic. They would love all kind of sexual shit.
That's the thing. I guess
Yeah.
sexuality isn't such a big thing in France.
Yeah.
And in Europe in general. I feel they look at sexuality in a completely different way than they would in America. And
That's
I
a
think
fair point, yeah.
I feel you probably wouldn't have this generation of, because I feel sex is this thing that's so kind of pent up and you're not meant to talk about it, and it's kind of bad and wrong, and this this desire, this demon inside of all of us that we have to kind of use at the right time, but we shouldn't address it too much. And I feel that's what spurs a generation of OnlyFans users, because sex is this huge thing. But I feel in Europe or in kind of France, it wouldn't even be a thing.
Yeah,
There wouldn't be a need for OnlyFans because everyone's just having sex.
Exactly. I'm saying everybody having sex in Europe. Man. In European, man, everybody having sex.
Yeah.
Why everybody having sex in European?
Oh, you want to touch my wee wee? Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to touch my wee wee? We all.
Hey, do you want to see my
Touch
wazong?
my wee wee.
Do you want to have a bit of my baguette? I put my baguette inside of you.
Yeah,
Yes.
do you want to
Do you
put
want
my
to
wazong in the oven?
Would you like to pet my snail?
Ménage-toi. Yeah. I think European they are pretty hectic with this, especially like all those BDSM stuff, right? All those hectic sex stuff are from European. You know what I mean? You
100%. Do you know what America brings? They bring
AIDS,
They're into teen, stepmom porn, and
stepsister.
I guess incest.
Americans.
I don't think that's big in many other countries.
Sweet home Alabama.
That's when you watch a porno and there's like an Australian chick in there.
Oh, it's so off-putting.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
Gross.
mate. Oh, yeah, put it in.
Oh, yeah, mate.
It feels
Oh,
good,
yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah, bruh.
Oh yeah, I'm
yeah.
stuck in the washing machine.
Well, just get out. Get out. No. We'll get the
Right.
ambulance here.
All right, get out.
Yeah. I guess we... Oh, yeah, so we probably won't have time to touch on the whole cool thing.
I think we bring it up next time.
Yeah.
Bring it up next time.
Yeah.
It is something we wanted to touch
Yeah,
on.
but
The
yes.
idea of cool, but
We got some really hot takes.
we've got some hot takes on that.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. That's been a good one.
All right. It's been nice.
So we'll,
this is
we'll have a
the,
link to that 15-year-old girl that Big brought up earlier. You can do what you want.
Oh yeah, and send us an email.
If
Have you ever
do
jacked
have-
it to a
if you
15-year-old?
If there are any 15-year-old girls watching this, if you have a 15-year-old daughter, friend, we're up for a chat. There's nothing wrong with it. We're open-minded.
I'm trying to go for the soundboard, but fucking ads keep coming. I swear to God.
Yeah,
All right.
alright, that's it, guys. This is Jackson.
This is Big Vo.
This is your boy, K-Dot.
What do I do, Lord?
Signing off. This has been another great episode of the Sausage
episode
Boys.
of Seinfeld, yes.
So what's the deal with being sponsored by
So
cigarettes?
basically, I was with... So basically, I was talking to this 15-year-old the other day, and it turns out she has an OnlyFans. Like, isn't that a little bit young for an OnlyFans? And I was like, no, apparently that's socially acceptable.
Sponsored by
Okay.
Siggy's.
We're sponsored
Yeah.
by Siggy's. We're sponsored by TikTok.
And sponsored by Hate. So
if
damn
you
hot
do
in here.
have a natural proclivity towards teenage girls,
Just look for help, guys.
no, just go to TikTok. You'll be able to find a large variety of them. Different hair colors, different races, different
Shape and
size,
size,
shapes
yeah.
and sizes. There will be one for everyone. And if you use...
If you use the promo code Sausage Boys,
You'll be able to, we'll half the bail money if you do have any issues with the law when you're pursuing these women. But, yes.
that's it. All
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
Thanks for
All
listening,
right.
y'all.
Cigarettes. We're
See you
sponsored by
next week.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Peace out. Yo.